Hello, this is a syllabus review for English 121, sections 401 and 402 for the spring of 2021. Just going through this document, I'll try to make this as quick and painless as possible, but also explain everything that we are doing. We are meeting on Thursdays in room 443A from 9 to 10:15. I have office hours through Blackboard during these times, so I'll make sure there's a link available. I'll make sure I have that set up for class. But if you need to contact me any other way, you can email me or contact my cell phone. Email is the best way, though. We have two textbooks that we'll be using, the Word on College Reading and Writing and the Little Seagull Handbook. Every syllabus needs to post their core values and prerequisites, so you should either be a student who has received appropriate scores on the ACT or AccuPlacer, or be taking English 094, which is a co-requisite developmental class. Our core values are communication skills, critical thinking, diversity, ethics, inquiry, and interpersonal skills or teamwork. So you can read through those and kind of understand them. Course goals are basically, becoming a better thinker and writer. So you can see these things right in here, and everything that we're doing is in this course is to try to achieve these goals in different forms. As a policy, my general policy for the class is that this is a writing class, and we're going to be doing writing in it. We're helping ourselves become better writers through reading and doing our own writing. We're going to write about 5,000 words of formal graded work. It's because that's what the state requires. This is a WebFlex hybrid class. It's going to blend in-person learning and online learning. So we're going to meet once per week and then use that class time productively. Don't want to waste your time. I want to be respectful of it. We're going to discuss things, do some writing and reading assignments, conferencing, things like that. It shouldn't be a waste of time. If you feel like it's a waste of your time, let me know and I can fix it, right? All assignments posted on Blackboard need to be completed by the times that I say. Major assignments that we're doing. There will be writings on the discussion boards. I'm going to try and make those due twice a week, either before class or after class, and so Sunday, and we might do some in class. But the out of class work, I'll try to keep that as painless as possible. But the idea is to free up our time during class when you have me available to ask questions and get those answers. We also have summaries, short writing assignments, and major writing assignments. So a lot of various things, but all major essays need to be submitted through Turnitin by 11:59 p.m. So that would be the major writing assignments. So we'll be using that. If you don't submit all of those, then you don't pass the class. That's one of those important things. The idea for an essay is that it's not a completed work, it's an attempt. So we're here to get better at writing. We'll do this by following the writing process of drafting and workshopping and having conferences and things like that. To help you think about your writing process, I'm going to be asking for a reflection for your major writing assignments. This is something new that I'm doing, and it should help you kind of justify your own writing a little bit more and make you think about it. The major writings that we're going to be doing are an analysis. We'll be looking at different forms of media and draw conclusions on it. We do a research paper, which is a research narrative. It's a short research paper of about 2,000 words, and you get to choose the topic. And we have a final exam where you critique a professional essay from a list of articles. When it comes to policies, define the week as Monday, beginning on Monday and ending on Sunday. All work is due by the end of that week. So that's an important thing to consider, meaning, don't try to go back in week 7 and try to complete stuff from week 1. That's just a waste of all of our time. And I may not grade it. To communicate, it's important to check in frequently, to contact me by email. There's really only 2 ways I can get a hold of you. That's through email or through the course. So make sure that you're receiving notifications, set up your phone to receive email, all that sort of stuff. assignments are submitted through Blackboard. Don't send me anything by email. Don't try to hand in a piece of paper because it may not be there. The things that we're turning in are going to be turned in electronically and try to give you as much time as possible. So these major papers are going to be due Sunday night at 11:59. Don't bring me a printed copy the next Thursday because it's late. I can't accept that. It's not fair to anybody else in the class. I always tell you it's better to submit something that is not very good than to submit nothing, because at least you have the chance to revise it. When you turn in something to turn it in, make sure that it has actually received it. You received a notice. Late work. I do try to give you the benefit of the doubt. I know things are not always easy, so there's a 24-hour grace period for most of the work that we're turning in, not discussion boards, not summaries, but most of the other work. We will be doing peer review in this class where we trade papers. We'll probably just do that through Blackboard, so we're not in close quarters, but generally in pre-COVID times we would be sitting face to face and breathing the same air, which just kind of seems gross now that we think about it. Attendance. I do want you in class on, when we meet on Thursdays. That's a very important thing for us to be together, so we can see each other, so we can get questions answered, but also checking in throughout the course. I always tell students it's tempting to think that you can work ahead, but I don't think that is beneficial. What's going to happen if you miss 1 week of coursework? I'm going to just contact you and see, hey, what's going on? Miss 2 weeks, you're going to get an academic alert submitted, and maybe a phone call from me if I can get that number. I don't know. 3 weeks, it'll be a final attempt to contact, and I'll probably remove you from the course. I always try to give people the benefit of the doubt, but don't disappear for 4 weeks and be like, hey, I'm sorry, I was in the Caribbean and I couldn't get any work done. What can I do? That's not right. If you know you're going to be gone, you should be letting me know so we can make arrangements. Contacting me, I check my email regularly, so please contact me through email. The college keeps a record of all those messages, so it's a good thing. I'll usually respond in about 12 hours. I try to have some me time or non-work time, and you should balance yourself that way too. So if you're emailing me late at night, I may not get back to you. Anything past 9, I can't guarantee I'll respond to you. I have responded to student messages at 10:30 and 11 o'clock, but I may not always get back to you. So don't be like, oh, well, it's 11:30 and my paper's due in 30 minutes, and, well, I just can't do it because you didn't message me back. Well, that's nothing I can do about that. But hopefully I built in that 24-hour grace period to help you out. We can have video conferences if you need through Blackboard Collaborate. Some other things, just be kind in your communications. If you need help with the writing, we have the Writing Center. I have a revision policy where you can revise any of these major works if you get an 85% or lower. So I'll post those. Usually there's 2 to 3 times when you can submit revised work. If you have a documented disability, please make sure that you have submitted that documentation to the disabilities coordinator so we can get you the accommodations you need. It comes to academic integrity and plagiarism. Basically, don't do it. But here are the definitions of plagiarism. This is not a guide on how to plagiarize, but how to recognize and avoid it. It's important because if you don't cite your sources, that is plagiarism. It's defined that way. I had a student, not in my class, but another class, try to dispute that last semester. So don't try to dispute it because it is defined as plagiarism. Any assignment that's plagiarized or lacks appropriate citations will receive a 0. If it's intentionally plagiarized, meaning you just take someone else's paper and submit it as your own, you're failing the course because that's cheating. There will be times when Blackboard's down, email's down, so you can contact technical support. There is a link on the website for that as well, but there's a phone number. Let's see, other things. Save your work in more than one place. If you're unable to log to your email, just text me. I do recommend saving the syllabus somewhere so you can get to it. I do have the breakdown of points right here and the grade breakdown. I'm fairly generous when it comes to rounding up, so especially if you've done all your work. But you'll see that there are 1,500 points in this class, and A lot of it is discussion board summaries and these short writings. You will basically figure out that most of the class is showing up and doing the work. If you do that, you're going to pass the class. So those are important things. Finally, I have a tentative schedule. This is posted in Blackboard as well. So that's the syllabus. It's a lot to go over, a lot to take in, but please refer to this. I do recommend downloading it or even printing it if you have a printer so you can refer to it regularly. Otherwise, I look forward to working with you, and please feel free to ask me any questions.